do you breathe so loud? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your Nintendo Enthusiast Class vs. Crass Nintendo podcast here on the Sunday night on the Nintendo Enthusiast channel. I'm one of your hosts, Jason Lapine, and joining me is a much happier, less sad Sean Long.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Wonderful. If this is your first time joining us on this podcast, where have you been? We're now on number 73, running now for 2 years. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it.
Believe it. It's been 2 years. We do have a format. This is a 1 hour podcast where Sean and I talk Nintendo things and anything that influences the Nintendo world. It's usually divided into 3 parts where we talk about what have we been playing. That's where Sean and I share what we've been playing over the last week. Usually Nintendo stuff. These days it's been a little bit of a dry wasteland, so it's hard to talk about Nintendo things when there's not that many Nintendo things to play. Then we get into the major headlines or the topic of the day. Topic of the day I brought up as what Nintendo can learn from the PlayStation experience that just took place this past Saturday. And of course, we're going to go over some Nintendo headlines that Sean prepared for us in advance. Thank you, Sean. And then the last 15 minutes of this show will be dedicated to taking the user topics and questions, which we call the lightning round. You'd almost think there was caffeine in this coffee, but there wasn't. So I don't know where this energy's coming from. You ready?
I'm ready, man.
You look way better than on Wednesday.
It was Thursday, and I'm a little happier.
That's good. So if you missed it, Sean and I watched the Video Game Awards last Thursday. It's a 3-hour show if you want to watch us, pretty much roast the award. If you respect the award, you probably hate us and you don't want to watch it, but it's a good time. It's a little bit of an entertaining piece.
I don't think anyone respects the award.
You'd be surprised. Though our streams of the Game Awards is the most disliked Class vs. Crass stream, the one from last year and this year. So
good.
It's telling. All right, so what have you been playing besides yourself?
Well, I reviewed Super Mario Maker for 3DS.
Did that review come out last week?
No, it came out this week. Came out Wednesday. And yeah, it's not that great.
Yep. No online, eh?
Nope. I mean, you can't upload your courses, and you can't. You can only download like a very limited amount. Whereas on the Wii U version, it was more robust, and like people, I don't know. Of course, people try to justify it because it's Nintendo. Or the 3DS isn't strong enough. Okay, Monster Hunter says hi. And I don't know. It just seems like a waste. Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
The whole game is based on level creation, but you can't do anything with that level creation except share it with other people that are close to you. Like, not everyone who's playing the game.
It's good for conventions.
Has people close.
It's a convention Mario Maker game.
That's terrible.
That's where it's going to get the most play, though.
So yeah, that was all I played on the Nintendo side of things. I've been playing the Destroy All Humans, almost like monsters. Destroy All Humans on the PS4, which is a slightly enhanced PS2 version. I don't really understand that portion of it, which is why my review has taken a little while, but it's not bad. I mean, the game itself is fun.
Yeah. Going back to your Mario Maker review. So I was at EB Games, aka GameStop, today, and there were these parents with their kids there, and obviously like the parents were not gamers. The dad was even like, I'm not a gamer anymore, and the kids wanted games. Like there was a boy, he was probably 9 or 10. He wanted like the mature games, and he's like, no, you can't because of the ESRB rating. And the little girl picked out Mario Maker for 3DS, and the parents were looking at each other like, are you sure? And they were trying to talk her out of it, and anyway, she wanted it, and the mother just goes at the game, and she's at the counter, and she looks over at her husband, and she's just like, I think we're going to regret this purchase. I'm just like, should I step in? Should I be like, you should really read a review before you buy that game? Like,
You should have.
part of me really wanted to like be like, all right, this, and even the kid, they're like, do Wii U games work on your Wii? And the kid was like, no, the Wii U is portable. I'm just like, oh, this poor uneducated kid. I just need to lay some Nintendo knowledge on these people, and I just walked away. I let go. I bought Final Fantasy 15 and I walked away. Am I a bad person?
No. I mean, some people don't like to hear things like that. So I don't know, if people are gonna be uninformed, dropping money on stuff, like whatever, that's on them.
Yeah, and I figured, they do have the EB Games employee that they could have asked, and they didn't ask them anything. So
they wouldn't have known anyway.
They wouldn't, but if they could have asked, and they didn't. But other than that,
what have you been playing, buddy?
What have I been playing? I've been playing one of Nintendo's most terrible games on the Wii U. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse.
That's a good game.
The worst Nintendo game, the worst first-party title on the Wii U.
It's worse than Amiibo Fest? It's worse than Amiibo Fest. You heard it here first, people. Animal Crossing Amiibo Fest is better than...
I have not played Amiibo Fest.
No. That's not what you said. You said it is the worst Nintendo game
that I have played on the Wii U.
You didn't say that. You said in general.
Okay, well, I'm correcting myself. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse is not a game I want to play. It's not a game that I've beaten. It's not a game I enjoy playing. But when I go and ask my son, hey, what do you want to play? And I'm thinking, oh, let's play Paper Mario. Let's play some of these fun games. He goes out and say, I want to play Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. Why? Because I got to do the hard work and scribble Kirby all around the screen while he gets to play Wobble Dee with a proper jump and attack button. Anyway, I'm on World 7. I'm getting close to the end. But, the controls are so frustrating. You know when you want to do something and your little Kirby's just going like, he's stuck in the rainbow lines, and then stuff's happening and you're dying, and it's not because you suck, it's because the controls are getting in the way of what you want to do.
Nah, it's kind of because you suck.
Have you beaten Rainbow Curse?
Yeah, I reviewed it. I beat that.
Did you get all the trophies?
No, because I don't play games for trophies. I play games to have fun and beat them.
Well, it can be fun.
I don't care about
trophies.
I don't care about trophies.
There is fun to be had in finding trophies and collectibles.
Maybe, but it's not a bad game. It's not a great game, but it's pretty solid. You've never even played Canvas Curse. That's why you're so bitter towards it. Get a DS and play Canvas Curse, and that was freaking.
I have Robobot and I have Triple Deluxe, which are far superior games.
Buy Canvas Curse for the Nintendo DS for $10 and play it, and you'll enjoy it. And if you don't, you're just stupid.
Oh, please. If your opinion's different than mine, you're just a big stupid head.
You said it.
Also been playing Final Fantasy 15, and the only reason I'm going to put a little bit of segment on this is because Final Fantasy is a franchise that has graced Nintendo consoles for many generations, and I honestly feel that Final Fantasy 15, I've only put 2 hours in. I finished the first chapter, and it's why is Jason so pissy? Jason can't be angry. Jason can't be funny. Jason can't be angry. What emotions am I allowed to be here, people? So it's because I played Rainbow Curse. That's why. But Final Fantasy 15 is looking very promising. I'm enjoying it. I got into it today, and I remember we once had a podcast where we said what franchises should die. Final Fantasy was one of them. This game is bringing back proper life into the franchise. The characters are interesting. The gameplay is fun. The world is interesting. Beautiful visuals. It's a really, really good game so far.
I think it looks pretty stupid. I watched a couple streams of it, and I was like...
It's not a game you'd like. It's not a Shenlong game.
I like RPGs, though.
Yeah, but this one has still too much Japanese stuff for you. I can only be happy. Damn it. So yeah, it's fun. So if you were a fan of the Final Fantasy franchise and you stepped away after 10, this is a good jumping in point, in my opinion.
I guess. I don't know. The characters look lame and cliche. The world looks pretty boring. The driving segments look terrible. I think you just like them because you look like you could be in the game with your stupid hair.
Come on. I have had the same haircut ever since the show started. Now all of a sudden Final Fantasy 15 comes out. I'm copying them. I've always had this haircut. So No, it's not because the characters look like me. It's because, and they're actually not as angsty as I thought they would be.
They're pretty angsty, man.
They look like it in the trailer, but once you actually play through the story, it's okay. And what else have I played? That's about it. That sums up this big stuff. This week I wanna keep going through my Pokemon Moon gameplay. I haven't touched that in a while. But you ready to get into the headlines?
I guess.
All right, number one, line them up.
Yeah, so number one, of course, was the biggest news of the week by far. You know, the thing that a lot of people seem to be talking about, which was very interesting, which of course was the new Legend of Zelda footage from the Game Awards.
Yep. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I did. I watched it with you. Remember? We streamed it, buddy?
Yeah, the footage of Zelda without talking. Like, did you actually go back and analyze it a la Game Explain?
No, I have a life, and I don't have time to sit around and analyze a trailer like an idiot.
Why you got to judge, man?
Look, that I don't know.
Very exciting trailers.
But no, rephrase that. The trailer was nice. The gameplay, not so much. They should have done the gameplay in the pre-show and then did the actual trailer in the actual show.
Yeah. But the Game Awards always does everything wrong, so.
Well, yeah, but still.
So what we learned.
I liked.
Yeah, go for it.
No, you go.
I was gonna say what we've learned from the trailer. We're gonna get to the gameplay later. Trailer showed a much fuller world, which was a big concern from after E3. A lot of people saying, "Wow, this world looks empty," and that we can get bored very quickly in it. But now we saw villages, we saw NPCs, we saw a new bird race. What else did we see? We saw possibly 2 female characters. We don't know yet if they are one and the same or if they were 2 different characters. Quite possibly could be Zelda, could be a new character entirely, could be some female variant of Link. We don't know. But saw airships. Yeah. Airships is exciting.
I hope they have like airship battles or something, kind of like in Skies of Arcadia.
Imagine if Link, like if you can have your own airship and you can build it up throughout the game.
That would be pretty cool.
Is that too much to ask?
I don't think so, but it probably is.
You've never had a vehicle in a Zelda game that you could really level up. Like there was the boat in Winwaker, but it was just a few minor upgrades. It wasn't anything majestic like an airship.
Right.
But are you more excited for Zelda? Same? Surprised? Didn't care?
I would say same. Like, I'm interested in the game regardless. I'm gonna get the game regardless. I was never worried about the world being too bland or whatever people were saying. So yeah, I always thought it looked good, and this just sort of reaffirms that.
Yeah. So what didn't you like about the gameplay? You were saying the gameplay was kind of a meh.
It just wasn't as interesting as the trailer was. It sort of just brought the whole experience down somewhat. I think it would have been much more interesting to see the game play during the show when more people were watching than the gameplay side of things.
Well, one thing I think the gameplay showed off was that enemies appear to be smarter. Like there's a part where he throws the bomb and the enemy just completely goes away from it so that it doesn't, like it's aware that the bomb will hurt it. And instead of just going in its linear path, it avoids it. So in that sense, it was interesting. We also saw, that's where we saw the NPC, the bird race, giving kind of advice. Also the armor, I think you guys probably remember me going crazy in the live stream about the armor. That was my biggest takeaway from the gameplay. Link just had a really cool getup that I really want to wear.
In real life?
In real life. Why not? I would wear it. I've worn it before. something like that. I don't know if I want to talk about that.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go explore that part of my past yet. One day I'll open it.
I think we will. We'll do it right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to talk about those days.
I mean, let's talk, man. Let's talk. What you got going on with those days, man?
All right. There's no shame, I guess. I was married once upon a time, and I had a medieval wedding. And I dressed up in a tunic, and I rode a horse with a sword. And I got married. I no longer am part of that marriage.
Oh my God.
Are you happy? Is that what you wanted to hear?
I want pictures.
There are pictures. All of my groomsmen all had swords, and we all posed.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Did I never tell you about this?
No. Or maybe you did, and I just blocked it out of my memory. Holy crap.
And people came to the wedding all dressed up, and I still have the costume. I have really nice boots.
Oh, that's great, man. Was there any sword fighting? Did you do like
in the photo ops there was some sword fighting.
Did you do like medieval times as the meal? Did you have medieval times cater it and you just had like legs of chicken?
We did try to go for that, yes. All right, you want a picture? Let me see if I can find a picture.
Oh, please.
I'm doing this for you guys. You have supported this show long enough that I can humble myself and show you what I looked like in a tunic many years ago. If I can find it. I don't even know if this is still available online.
No, you can find it. No,
okay, but you're gonna have to talk while I find it. Like I have to dig. Oh, there it is. That wasn't hard. Oh, here's another one. So my brother, he got married in a New France style. So I'm wearing like socks up to my knees with like colonial business because I was his best man at his wedding.
What is wrong with you, man? What is wrong with the Lapine men?
What is wrong with us? We like creative. Oh man, am I really gonna show this to you guys? This is...
Yeah, you're gonna show it. I'm actually watching the stream just so I can see it.
All right. Here we go. There it is.
Oh man, come on, stream. It's got to catch up.
That's my brother in there. We'll take my brother out of the picture.
I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't go for a Star Trek or Star Wars wedding.
I had fallen out of Star Wars a bit at that point, but yeah, that's a picture where you see the cape. It was all custom made, but you see the tunic, the belt, and the sword on my belt.
Oh, come on, it's almost there. Oh, look at you look like such a douche.
Oh, I wear a blazer, I look like a douche. I wear a tunic, I look like a douche. I could wear anything and you'd think I'd look like a douche. Oh
my god, look at you with your little sword. What's that YouTube MP4 there, buddy? You ripping some stuff off the internet?
Don't mind my bookmarks, okay?
Oh god. That's funny.
I should show you my I did a short film in high school where again I'm wearing a cape and I'm fighting in it. It's called The Brothers' Revenge.
So what else do we have news-wise? I'm looking. I guess we could talk about the NES Classic restock that didn't happen.
Oh, it didn't happen?
I mean, there was like 2 to 4 units at most locations.
It was one of those.
I don't even want one anymore.
Yeah, you do.
No, I really don't. Like, I'm so over it. And it's such a terribly handled situation. So terribly handled.
I just got a ping from one of the Enthusiast Gaming staff. They're crying from laughter right now.
Good.
I guess they're watching the podcast. Oh man, the picture's already up in. It's already up in the team group Slack.
As well it should be. Yeah, it was so bad. It was so bad, and the whole situation is just crap. I
It
don't
is.
understand how you
This-
watch something like this.
This could have been an amazing story for Nintendo. I mean, this was the holiday item to have. By far.
Yeah, and-
People wanted
and I
this
mean-
more than the PlayStation VR.
Is it well, and exactly, and what's so hard about mass producing these besides literally nothing? It's a piece of plastic molding with emulation inside.
Yes.
I could probably make them faster with no knowledge of hardware than Nintendo can. And it's just like people are like, "Oh, well they do this a lot." But that doesn't make it right. I mean, that
No,
doesn't
it
make it sensible. It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
It is. It could have been a very good story. Instead, it's this.
And instead a bunch of kids aren't going to get one, and a bunch of scalpers will be, a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, right back to the Amiibo days of 2
Oh,
years
they
ago.
they camp outside in the cold for 18 hours.
Someone in the comments saying cuckoos are gods in Zelda. Cuckoos is right. Cuckoos.
Yes.
Cuckoos. It would be interesting if that bird race like devolved into chickens or something, and that's why they kill you when you hurt them.
Wait, what?
So that blue bird race that we saw in Breath of the Wild, if they somehow like devolve over time into chickens, then that's why cuckoos kill you. Video gamer, you missed nothing. Don't worry. All right. Did you have other headlines?
I'm sure. So yeah, this is actually kind of what plays into my Mario Maker 3DS review, is that a community of modders is working on a program where you save your level on 3DS on the SD card, and then you can put that SD card. Oh shit! You could put you put the SD card into your computer, and you could change it to a file format that the Wii U will recognize, and then you put that SD card into your Wii U, and your Wii U will recognize that level that you created on the 3DS Mario Maker, and you can upload it.
Cool.
Really?
I have no comments to sound that other than cool.
Why?
What do you want me to say?
It's interesting.
It is interesting. It's cool. It can be summarized into one word. Cool.
But it makes you think, well, why didn't Nintendo themselves do
Oh
this?
my god, come on. You could say, why did Nintendo not do a ton of things? Like, they have the technology to do a lot more than what they do, but they limit themselves for I don't know what reason. A lot of the times.
I don't know. Shame, though.
Oh, you wrote this 4 hours ago.
Yep.
Winwaker 2 almost happened until fans complained. Is this true?
I saw that, but I'm not really familiar with it.
Yeah, I just saw the headline, so we won't get into it unless we know more. One thing one of the headlines, which is right in the title of tonight's show, is kind of to tie into last week. Like, last week was kind of a big week for gaming. We had the Gaming Awards, we had the PlayStation Experience, and I was going to I want to explore, should Nintendo. I don't think Nintendo really has the capacity to hold the PlayStation Experience the way they are right now. They're just spread too thin.
Why?
They don't have enough games. They just don't have enough. They don't have enough to generate that kind of hype. And the title tonight is what Nintendo can learn from PlayStation Experience. But I kind of answered that as I was thinking about it. We basically had, like, Nintendo did this 15 years ago with their what was their event called in Japan? Do you recall?
Space World.
Space World.
Space World.
Yeah, that was basically the PlayStation Experience, right?
Yeah.
So
Similar.
It was similar, and so I guess it backfired on me. There's not much to discuss. Nintendo did it first, as they do many things. But what
can Nintendo learn from the PlayStation Experience? Nothing. I don't think they can learn anything.
So you don't think the PlayStation Experience is useful to PlayStation, that Nintendo could have something like that for the Nintendo community, just the gaming community.
What's the point? They get hyped up over products that are years away from coming out, or to get knowledge of things in a condensed format, kind of like, I don't know, a Nintendo Direct.
You know, if you thought this was a
I mean,
bad
really,
idea, you could have told me before I named the podcast.
No, I like to do things like this live.
Yeah,
like, I don't think the PlayStation experience is anything special.
It got everybody excited for the week.
Of course, because PlayStation fanboys have nothing better to do than watch videos of upcoming games. Because what are you playing? Call of Duty, Battlefield 1? Like, there's not a whole hell of a lot to play. And I say that as a PlayStation 4 owner.
Mm-hmm.
Do
you think a Nintendo Direct is as efficient as a PlayStation experience?
Yeah, I do. What's the difference?
Nintendo Directs are more often, and PlayStation experience. I feel PlayStation, like, it's good and bad, but they're not afraid to announce what's beyond the horizon. Like, Nintendo has been playing, and maybe, we're going to see why they're doing this, but over the last year or two, Nintendo has been keeping all of their cards very close to their chest.
Not necessarily. With the 3DS one had a lot of future stuff. The one that was centered mostly on the 3DS, there was a bunch of stuff. I mean, you could only do so much with the Wii U because there was not that much stuff for it, period. Yeah. Whereas the 3DS, there's actually a lot more stuff coming out for it.
The viewers want to know, are you excited about The Last of Us 2?
Of course I am.
Yeah. Are you pre-ordering
it? Can go to.
Are you going to pre-order it?
Pre-ordering games in modern gaming is cancer.
I heard that they're adding a new mechanic so that you're not just going to have ladders and dumpsters, but they're also adding, like, triangular ramps.
Ooh, okay. That'll
and ropes.
So I could take the ladder and hook the rope onto something and then just hang out.
Yep.
Because I'd rather do that than play the second one. Man. Yeah, you see where I'm going with that.
Yeah,
no, I'm not excited for it. It's whatever. No. No cares whatsoever.
But if you're genuinely interested in our takeaway from the PlayStation experience, we actually just finished a podcast an hour ago on our Enthusiast Gaming Sunday podcast. Sean was one of the 3 guests on tonight's show, and we actually went through all of PlayStation experience and talked about pretty much all the announcements. So if you want to have more of our insights on that, head over to the Enthusiast Gaming channel, look at podcast number 3. All right. Back to Nintendo, though.
Yep.
What else we got?
Yeah.
You had no. You had THQ Nordic is bringing 2 games to Nintendo. Did you have any ideas of what those could be? Bringing it to the Nintendo Switch.
Well, they followed up that they want to talk about Blob and Deadly Creatures. So more than likely, those are 2 of the
Blob.
2 of the titles.
Those were some big hitters on the Wii.
The Blob was popular. Deadly Creatures is very underrated. That'll be in my Wii Hidden Gems video whenever I decide to do it. Deadly Creatures was really cool. It was Billy Bob Thornton and some other guy are humans, and you are playing as I think you're a scorpion. I don't know. It's been a while since I played that game.
Do you think they would bring their Darksider series to the Switch? Think there's enough interest in it?
I don't see why not. I mean, that's an easy. That isn't. Yeah, you play as a scorpion, and it's a tarantula.
What are you talking about?
It's cool because
Deadly Creatures.
Okay. So what's happening is you yourself don't really have a story, but the humans are the story. So you're going places and doing things and listening to them give a really interesting story of all sorts of stuff. Really, really cool stuff. Really interesting, unique game that, of course, just fell flat on its face. I actually got to a point in the game where it glitched out on me and I couldn't finish a mission, so I never finished the game. But really, really cool game. So I would love to see that, get remastered or something, because that essentially, it was a Wii title. Darksiders, I think, would do good. I mean, they're doing, HD, the HD thing on the PS4 and Xbox One. You might as well port that over to the Switch. There's no real reason to avoid doing that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you saw this comment by Arfin in the chat saying Jeff Keighley was at the PlayStation Experience. At the PlayStation Experience Death Standing podcast sitting next to Kojima. Oh my god, this is a new couple.
That was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Just so bad.
It's a little over the top.
I honestly just thought they were gonna start kissing on each other and making out, and oh yeah, and you could tell like Kojima wasn't quite as into it as Keighley was.
No,
like Keighley was like full on boner, and Kojima was just like a semi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wait till 2017. That's where it's gonna get crazy.
They're gonna call it the Hideo Kojima Awards.
Maybe.
And it'll just be him and Kojima laying in a bathtub.
The next award goes
just going over the awards.
Yep. That's pretty much what they do now. Here are 10 awards. Let's just list them off.
Wow, Deadly Creatures did get expensive. Well, I found it cheaper. I mean, still $30 for a Wii game.
We don't have any star couples in the video gaming industry. Let Jeff and Kojima be the first.
I mean, that's fine. They just need to be open and honest about it. Like, don't be hiding it. Like, that's disingenuous.
I want to see them on the cover of what's that? What's the name of that magazine at EB Games at GameStop?
Game Informer.
Game Informer. I want to see those two as the gaming couple on Game Informer.
Yeah, it's rough.
Is it rough?
It's definitely
How rough?
Okay.
All right. We also got some news of Shovel Knight, Spectre of Torment. We got a whole new trailer. And someone said it very well. Shovel Knight is the game that keeps on giving.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
It's pretty interesting how that DLC looks almost like a completely different game.
That's what these DLCs do. Whole new mechanics, whole new level design. It's completely new. Have you played Plague of Shadows at all?
Yes.
Yeah, completely different. And it has its own story and everything too.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, really cool to see. I'm actually looking at it again right now. So he can climb walls. He's kind of a combination of Plague of Shadows and Shovel Knight. Like he has that aerial attack and that aerial movement like Plague Knight. But he has some moves on the ground more like Shovel Knight. So he's kind of a combo between the two, which is really, really interesting. And he's huge. Just such a big character.
He is. I mean,
I'm so excited for this.
I think it'll be good. Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
it hasn't been... Mm-hmm. Yeah, go on.
Yacht Club Game has proven themselves to me as great developers. I mean, they are innovative. They know what makes a game fun. They're just really good at it. Why aren't they getting an award?
For sure.
Why aren't they having someone spill out their guts to them?
They're not Naughty Dog.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Okay, in hindsight, the Game Awards wasn't as bad as I thought it would have been towards Naughty Dog. And
I'm actually surprised. I'm actually surprised that Naughty Dog didn't win everything. Mm-hmm. I fully expected them to.
Yeah.
But they didn't. So that was it was almost shocking.
For sure. And anything else that came out of the Game Awards that was Nintendo? I think Zelda was really the only thing. We had 30th anniversary Zelda amiibo, could unlock rare stuff, but
yeah, rare treasures and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it's been pretty quiet. But do you want to just jump right into user topics and questions now?
Just do it, man. Just do it.
Just do it. You guys are cool with that? So what did you guys think of the Game Awards? What do you guys think of the PlayStation Experience? What do you guys think of anything that came out in the last week? Are you excited? Do you have any theories on the new Breath of the Wild footage? Any theories on Kojima and Jeff?
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah. Who should Nintendo buy first? WayForward, Yacht Club Games, or Platonic Games? If I had to pick,
WayForward.
Really, you go for them? I would say they would. I would say Platonic Games actually, because Yacht Club game, good at 2D platformers. Nintendo has a house full of that, and we're not seeing as many 3D platformers these days. So get Platonic Games in there.
The company who hasn't released anything. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, at least go for Yacht Club Games. Like, at least they've released, something. Like, I don't know. Like,
well, from what I'm hearing,
Platonic does not get a pass because of the people that are involved with the project.
No, they've released stuff. They've released some alpha stuff, which people have been saying is very good.
Ooh, wow. So let's just give the hell was his name?
Jeff.
John Romero. Let's give him a pass because he made Doom and he helped with Quake. And I'm sure his Ion Storm studio is just going to be awesome. And then Daikatana came out and it sucked, but it's okay because he made other great games before. You don't get a free pass because of what you did. You need to.
So why are you giving it to WayForward?
Because WayForward has been established for over 20 years and is making quality titles that often go under the radar. They know what the hell they're doing.
More so than Yacht Club?
More established, yes.
Okay. Next question. What do you got in your hands?
A lighter. Game Awards sucks. Yes, it does.
We need more 3D games. I believe we're back up.
Yeah, you did it.
Team Crass should come fix my PC if they know better.
I don't know better, but I just know you need a new computer.
Why don't you host this stream setup then?
No, that's not my job. I'm the entertainment. You're the host.
I'm the logistics.
Yeah.
Can I stop saying then one of the hosts and I'll just be the host? Anyway.
I mean, I guess I don't care.
I know. Where were we anyway?
We're asking questions.
I know.
We're asking questions.
What was the last one? And sorry, the PC crash. That's what happened. So
all right, ask new questions.
Everybody's talking about the January 12th event.
Nintendo Swatch.
The Swatch.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Sean's internet at his new place is as rock solid as Jeff when he thinks of Kojima, while Jason PC is as unstable as... Well, I'm not going to say all that out loud. But yeah, what happened? Your internet used to be so bad. We used to laugh at you.
Yeah, it moved.
And people didn't move over to Team Class because Sean was going down.
Well,
so don't blame your loyalty to Team Crass on internet connection.
That's a reason why they can abandon you.
We were on a Jeff and Kojima. Okay. You know, we really do need to make a skit. I wanted to make a skit, but Sean doesn't want to. He says it's too weird.
It's too weird. It's way too weird.
You can be Jeff. I'll be Kojima. Go.
No. That's weird. Do you guys think the Game of Awards 17 should have a newer host instead of Pope Doritos guy? Well, the problem is that he is the host.
He doesn't need to be the host. He is the guy who wants to make the awards show. He should be able to recognize that there are people who can host the show better than he can.
But he's not, because he's surrounded by yes men, and that's why the whole show exists. Because anyone with a brain would say, hey, Jeff, the show kind of sucks, buddy. Probably shouldn't do it. But nobody has the stones to do that, so...
Is that why you're tweeting him every day that he sucks?
I mean, I try to let him know that he sucks, but he just doesn't get it. He thinks he's God's gift to gaming or something.
Well, we all know that's you.
Thank you.
Yeah. As Fuzzdu says, why do you have to choose a team? You don't.
You don't.
But everyone seems to be choosing a team that is not my team. Hence, it's a problem.
Did you see Peter Moore gave Buggy his award at his seat? Well, that's because Buggy is fat.
Yeah.
Buggy probably,
I did not notice that, but yeah, that is true. He can't walk.
Like, yeah, he can't walk. Like, he has a scooter at conventions and stuff.
Yeah, I think he's between, I think, 500 or 600 pounds. So he's got a lot of health issues. You know, he had a troubled pass. No judgment there.
I mean, but at some point you have to.
Now, Nia, remember that they did have a little bit more YouTube personalities host at the 2015 award, and that wasn't any better. Half of them were drunk or high. Although no, they were just saying nominees. Like, to have an MC, a master of ceremonies, I think would be really interesting. Someone that can actually provide entertainment throughout the whole show and tie it all together. Doesn't sound hard.
No, but it's hard when you don't listen to people, and I'm sure Jeff Keighley doesn't listen to people.
And who are all these yes men?
It's just everyone who Schick and Doritos and the Assassin's Creed movie.
Those shit commercials were nice. Thank you, Cybermat.
Commercials were shit. Wow, one person.
Shut up. Everyone counts.
Those shit commercials were atrocious.
They were beautiful. I love them. They were cute and adorable.
You're being serious?
But yes, I thought they were cool. I really did enjoy the Razor, right? So about the Razor dude. Yeah, they were cool.
That was terrible.
Nah, it was good.
It was the worst thing in the world.
That is a good question. Someone is asking, why is the video game award an angel and not like a joystick or a controller or a cartridge?
Jeff Keighley.
Or a bit.
Jeff Keighley.
Yeah.
He's a mark for this. Like, he's here, put it in terms like this. This is the equivalent of someone with a lot of money who has been a fan of wrestling for a long time, putting on a wrestling award show. And they don't make it about the awards necessarily. They just make it about getting as many big name wrestlers as they can to their little event and doing special things at it.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with video games. It has nothing to do with...
They should have the Schick robot host next year.
It's about stroking his own ego because he can afford to.
Or even have Robot Chicken host through... I guess you couldn't do that. Could you do that?
No, that would be a lot of work.
You couldn't do that live. Yeah.
No, and plus he would have to, pay people.
Yeah.
I think he tries to do as much as he can himself, which is yet another problem. Like, just go away, Jeff. Jesus.
Where do you come from? What was? Do we know his history? Do you know his history?
Yeah, I remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he was G4 TV.
Oh.
And game trailers.
I wish Jeff would watch Class vs. Crass. That'd be amazing.
I wish he would too. I'd call him a piece of shit to his face. I don't care.
Who don't you call a piece of shit, though? Don't say Canada.
Guess where he's from.
Don't say Canada. Where's he from?
Canada.
Yeah. What part of Canada?
I don't know. It just says Canada.
The west side.
Yeah, I just
next year the award will be shaped like Kojima, with no shirt, just a topless Kojima coming out. The diamond rock.
That's probably pretty accurate.
Hands behind the back.
Like, oh god, he's just so stupid. And his website is just like a blowjob of himself. Like, he's just self-sucking himself. If you look at his about, it's like 6 paragraphs of self-sucking. Like, get over yourself, dude.
Yeah. We have a much better Canadian host here in Canada that they could use.
Exactly. They got Jason Hooft, who is a good-looking guy.
We have...
Very nice.
What's his name? Why am I drawing a blank right now? Oh, this is embarrassing.
Hooft.
Not Hooft.
Hoofed.
You're yelling is make me draw a blank. We have a gaming icon who has been hosting these sorts of events for 20 year. Victor Lucas.
Jason.
Oh my God, I can't believe I almost forgot that name. Victor Lucas is one of the first people in gaming history to have a gaming show, a show dedicated to gaming. Definitely the first in Canada back in 1995, I want to say. And he's interviewed like everybody, and he's hosted 20 years of gaming content. That guy. And Jason Lapine is a pretty good guy. He should host the awards as well.
I would take Hoofed.
Hoofed has already hosted an esports event here in Canada. He was in all the theaters across Canada.
JKB back with another award show.
I do like his intro. It's good.
That'd be more entertaining than Jeff Keighley.
Back with another award. All right. Any other questions, topics? What did you think of the new Breath of the Wild trailer? How do you feel about the holiday season? What are you guys getting? That's a kind of a loaded question at the end of the podcast, but should we do a holiday special? We did one last year. Class vs. Crass holiday list.
No, because there's literally nothing.
Buy an NES Classic. Bam.
No, thank you.
And
I don't know.
Triforce
I'm just
sucks.
buying like random games, like PS3 games and NES games and crap off eBay, GameCube games. Like there's nothing. I kind of want an Xbox One S, but I don't think I'm gonna get one.
Oh, what? Sorry. Oh, at the Xbox One S.
Yeah.
Do you just want my Xbox? Like I keep looking at this thing, and now that I have a PS4, I'm like, yeah.
Sure.
There's no point in having it anymore. Plus, I have the Kinect with it too.
Yeah, I'll take it.
What do you guys think of the new Shovel Knight DLC? We actually went over it. It looks awesome, Smart Ogis. I'm waiting for Zelda, Shenmue 3, and The Last of Us 2. Says Arfin Ali.
Yeah, it's, Shenmue 3 I would be cautious with.
Hey, that was a good thing. No Kickstarters at the Game Awards.
I know, that was very interesting. I think they're maybe starting to realize
I think they're done.
that
None at E3,
yeah,
none at Game
Kickstarter
Awards. They're done.
are pretty lame.
Yeah, so our next hype train is January 12th. There's nothing else in the industry to look forward to that's a big gaming event.
Yeah, so expect more dry shows.
How many more shows we got? Here on Class vs. Crass, we're not going to do a Class vs. Crass on December 25th. That is Christmas. We have the 11th, the 18th. And then the next show after Christmas is New Year's. So we're going to take a 2-week break, I think. Unless you guys want to hang out for the New Year's. Do you want to have a Class vs. Crass New Year's edition and do a countdown with everyone? No, everybody's going to be out in pubs and stuff. No, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to be on a 2-week hiatus, I guess, over the holiday, which will be the first time we do such a long hiatus on Class vs. Crass.
It'll be a little vacation.
A little vacation. We're going to come back a little happier, a little grumpier, depending on who you are. And
Probably grumpier.
Yeah. And then after that, in the new year, we're going to have 2 shows before the Nintendo event. No, 1 show. So it's going to be good. Yeah, so we got 2 shows left in the year. Let us know if you want anything from Class vs. Crass. Do you want a special formatted show, a review, year in review, a gaming awards kind of thing, something that's not too much work?
And plus, we will be over on our friend's channel, doing a video with him. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Oh yeah.
What channel it is, but here's a little hint. What is going on, everybody?
Yeah, some hint that was.
I mean, they might not know who that is.
Maybe.
But yeah, we're doing a show with him over on his channel.
It's gonna be fun.
That was
We're actually going somewhere together. We're going on a trip, a digital trip to another channel.
Now.
It's gonna be fun.
Kill me now.
You bring the snacks, okay, hon?
Please end this now.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us on today's Class vs. Crass. Obviously, not as heavy of a Nintendo week as it usually used to be when we started this show. But it's always a blast to hang out, talk about what's going on in gaming, share some thoughts, share some stories, share some pictures.
Embarrassing pictures of yourself.
Yeah. Next time we're going to look at Sean when he was 6 because he was a cute little mama's boy. Stay tuned for next week on Class vs. Crass as we go through Sean's Pass.
You're going down some dark and dangerous alleys there, buddy.
I've seen them. I know they exist. Time to show the world. We'll see you guys next week, and until then, keep it classy, or as Sean would say,
Keep it crassy.
I want to sing something because I've been playing Final Fantasy 15, and they use the song. What's the song they use? I was singing it all night.
Well,
Stand by me. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Isn't there a thing where you can like play any song
On the
of
radio,
any Final
yeah.
Fantasy?
Yeah, on the radio, yeah.
Yeah, Alpha was telling me about that. That was actually kind of cool.
Dun, dun,
He's really liking it.
bum, bum. It's a good game. Dun, 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 dun. Were you doing anything this week? Because we didn't do that. Dun, dun, dun.
What are you talking about?
Dun, 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 dun.